And this is document C. Okay, so document C takes us into the Korean War, and the only thing that I really want to point out is the date piece on the maps, because it's the one of the easiest things to miss, but you can't miss it. It's really important. So this first map, map 1, there's a 1 right here, is June 25th, 1950. So this is 5 years after World War II ends and 3 years after the long telegram is released to the public, just to put that into perspective with the other documents. It's also about, to go back to document B for a second, it's about a year or two, it's a year since the beginning, no, 2 years since the beginning of the Berlin airlift and a year since the end of the Berlin airlift. So, time frame established. So this first map right here, I don't know if there's a way for me to highlight it given how I'm recording this, but the first map is June 25th, 1950, in which North Korea invades South Korea. They cross that line, the invasion starts. By September 14th of 1950, just a couple of months later, look at map 2 and see how different map 1 is versus map 2. North Korea, in a matter of months, had almost completely conquered the entire Korean peninsula. In map 3, we go from September 14th, 1950 to November 25th, 1950. So in just a couple more months, North Korea gets pushed all the way back almost to the Chinese border because the United States had come in. If you look at this map carefully, at the bottom, right above where it says November 25th, 1950, you see a dotted line that says MacArthur's attack. That is where General Douglas MacArthur landed and launched his assault, which cut the North Koreans off at the halfway mark around Seoul, and then we pushed them all the way north. At this point, you go from map 3 to map 4 and 5. In map 4, in November of 1950, so right at the very end of map 3, that's when Communist China enters the war, and that pushes the line all the way back here to basically where it was when it started in map 1. And then the war would drag on until July 27th, 1953. So, those are the maps. June of 1950, September of 1950, November of 1950. Those are the 3 key months. And then it would continue on until July of 1953. Look at the maps carefully. Consider where the lines are going and who they're talking about and all of these things. Consider the time frame and respond to the questions. If you have any questions, please post them on Google Classroom.